Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to be going through all the miscellaneous parts you need for a mining rig. Now, none of these parts are working. Well, some of them are. That's a good power supply. You know, that's a good CPU fan. Good hard drive, but that's a dead motherboard. That's a terribly old power supply. Really old video cards. That one's not even a real video card. It's just a shell. It's just a shell. Anyway, I just wanted to run through all of the parts that you need. This isn't going to be a step-by-step, but just a breakdown on all the little miscellaneous parts you might need. So I'm going to start here with the motherboard. Something that at least has a couple PCIe slots there. And then you're going to need a CPU. Didn't have one laying around, so you get an empty box with some writing on it. I'm going to need a fan for that CPU. Don't forget that. I've seen that before, guys. Put the rig together, put the CPU in, but forget a fan. You don't need anything that big. Stock fan is just fine. Next thing you'll need, some RAM to go in there. 8 gig is usually good. If you want to go crazy, 16, why not? But 8's pretty good. You'll need some sort of a hard drive if you're going to do Windows-based. If you're doing like Hive OS or NiceHash OS or something like that, I believe both of those can be all installed on a thumb drive. I don't use them, so don't take my word for it. But I'm pretty sure that's how they work. You throw them on a USB, you boot from the USB that way. Gonna need a power supply. This will power your motherboard. Don't forget your 4 or 8 pin power. So it takes 2 powers there. Then you are going to need, what do we got left? Gonna need a GPU. Isn't that the sexiest video card you've ever seen? Got a video card, got a video card. None of these can be mined on. They're just here as a visual reference. If you're using used parts, you'll need some sort of thermal paste to put in there. So that's good to have. Don't forget that. Throwing it off to the side. You're going to need some fans. Got a fan there. However many you need. If you got like an 8-card rig or a 6-card rig, you always need fans. You need a ton of fans. You're going to need something to power all those fans. These are kind of cool. It's a 10-way fan splitter. Just powered up with Molex there. You're going to need some risers. So just take a close look at these. So you get a USB cable, then you get the actual PCIe 16 slot, and then you get a 1x adapter. And so this all goes together. Let's put it together real quick, show you how it's put together. All right, so now we got a visual reference of what we're looking at here. So you have the 1x adapter there, goes into the motherboard. Those will work in the 16 as well, no worries. And then you got a USB cable, runs over to the video card, right into the riser there. And then the riser goes on the video card. Make sure you seat the video card all the way on there. I've seen them where people kind of have them crooked sitting in there. Something kind of like that. I'll see a picture. Hey, why isn't my stuff working? First thing I notice is it's not sitting in there flat. So make sure it's nice and flat there. Picked up some of these cool little things. Just little 3D printed clips. Holds your riser in place a little bit better. Let me throw one on there real quick. So it kind of just clips around, keeps it from wiggling. Not huge. Big deal, but it's kind of nice. When you got 10 cards to a rig or something like that, these things kind of get a little iffy. So now we'll move on to the secondary power supply. I've been using these for years, so it's a server power supply. Little tiny fan. Those things will get loud if you start trying to pull too much power from them. Try to keep them under 600 watts. And then this little guy, little breakout board. Nothing fancy. So this slides on the back there. Now it sits on there like that. Then we got some cables for it all. And so we got cables going from here, come up and around, go into the video card. So one will go to your riser, and then that's just draped over right now because since it's an old crappy GPU. Look at that GT430, sick. But yeah, and then another wire for the actual GPU itself. So then you're gonna need some sort of a frame. So like this guy here, frames have gotten way too expensive, so it's just a shelving unit from, I think, Home Depot. And just got all my GPUs sitting on there. Got the fans mounted, blowing some air in. And then I actually took one of the shelves, one of the actual whole shelves here, and I cut, well, not that side. I didn't cut that side. I cut the front side. And then used it as a way to mount the cards to keep them from falling over. So I just chopped up one whole shelf of the whole shelving. Just put some zip ties to hold it in place. But you can see where I cut the actual wire frame off of there. So that's just a side piece reinforcement from the shelf. These are all going into here. I'm actually using some of the 4-way splitters So yeah, that's pretty much all the parts. I don't think I'm missing anything. More video cards though, that's the tough one. Good luck on that. Try to compare prices, GPUs especially, but even motherboards, these power supplies here starting to creep up on you. Try not to spend too much more than MSRP if you can, and have a good time mining. Later.